Well, talks are resuming today between the unions representing the LIRR workers and the MTA. Both sides are looking to avoid a strike that would start Saturday and impact hundreds of thousands of riders. Wages are a central part of the issue here. The unions are looking for a 5% pay hike in the fourth year of their contract, and the MTA is offering 3% with options that could bring it up to 4.5%. Joining us now is Jason Russell, professor of history and labor studies at SUNY Empire State. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Well, workers say their pay needs to keep up with the cost of living. The MTA says additional raises will increase costs for commuters. How do the two sides move forward?
Well, firstly, good morning, and thanks for having me on. In industrial relations, there's a concept called the bargaining zone. So that's the point at which usually with the upper end of the union's demands and the lower ends of the employer's demands intersect. So right now, the objective for both sides is to find that bargaining zone where they overlap. But based on those numbers, I'd say that they are likely pretty close.
And we have a group of unions who are working together here to negotiate with the MTA. Can you tell us how common that is, and does that give them more negotiating power?
It gives them a lot more negotiating power. It's not unusual to have a so-called single employer, multiple bargaining unit workplace. What is a bit more unusual, at least in an instance like this, is to have all of the union contracts expiring at the same time. So that's really good for the unions. It gives them more solidarity, but it makes it much tougher for the employer.
And Jason, what we've been talking about all morning with our Elijah Westbrook at Penn Station, if they're unable to reach an agreement, what kind of impact would this strike have on our region?
Well, about 270,000 people ride the Long Island Railroad every day. So that means that they got to find another way to get to work. So the likely way is going to be by car, unless they can stay home and work remotely. But working remotely only really applies to about 40% of workers. So it will mean headaches and more traffic gridlock in the short term.
Exactly. It's a big concern. Not everybody can work from home. There are people who need to commute into the city and other places for doctor's appointments and other things. But earlier this year, we saw a historic 41-day nurses strike in the city. How would you describe the power of labor unions in our modern day workforce?
Well, unfortunately, the U.S. labor movement is very regionally concentrated now, mostly on the West Coast, California, Oregon, Washington, and the Northeast. New York State has the second highest union density in the U.S. after Hawaii, which means the percentage of the workforce that is unionized. There are nationwide about 14.7 million union members. So the labor movement is very strong in New York City and New York State. Unfortunately, less so in a lot of other places across the country.
All right, Jason Russell, thank you so much for joining us this morning.